This is the box that my frame came in, and I'm just looking at it. It looks like it's a McDonald's French fry box. Okay, I got my top from Over the Top. That's the name of the company. Over the Edge. The company's called Over the Edge, and they make aquarium frames. And this one's a two-part frame. I just put it on here. It's not. It's not. There's no sealant, and it comes in two pieces, which saves a lot on shipping. And then it's got two cross members, so it's probably just as strong. See, it's in two sections. I'm going to glue it. I'm going to apply the the silicone sealant today, and I'll show you how I do that. And then I got to let it cure, and then I can do a water test, because like I said, I resealed it. I'm pretty sure this tank's from like the 70s, so it's like 50 years old. It really needed to be resealed. It was the silicone was peeling away from the glass, and unfortunately, this glass can be stained. And unfortunately, I don't know if they had saltwater fish in this or had it in some area where there was really hard water, because this area where I live doesn't have hard water. But some of this glass is stained. You can't remove the stain off of it. And of course, it's not really, it's not really clear like glass. But I mean, it's a free aquarium. What the heck, But it just never will be. I mean, maybe if I fill it with water and if it soaks for a while, maybe it will get it a little clearer. But I've used like all kinds of cleaners. Washed it off real good after I did it to make sure that there would be no residue for the fish. But this is about as clean as the glass will get. And glass, like I said, does get stained. And it gets stained by hard water. And then the other day I picked up this 10-gallon. This is a silicone sealant I used, and it's specially formulated for aquariums. And if you can use silicone sealant from like Home Depot or any of the stores, but you have to make sure that it doesn't have anything like mold, any chemicals like that would kill mold or anything like that, because that will kill the fish. It's got to be just plain silicone. And I got this online. I think I got it through eBay. And this is the color I'm going to paint the back of the 55-gallon with, this blue. The blue I used on this one, it's a little bit darker blue. So first I have to get this off. Oh, okay. It's not real dried out. It's still. So I'm going to put a bead along the inside. The ends. This tube's almost empty. I got another full tube upstairs. That's some of the dry stuff. Put a bead, a nice bead along the inside. I'm also going to put a bead. Oh, I think this thing broke open. I'm also going to put a bead along the glass. You know, people say that I've read online that this gives off, well, it gives off it's acetic acid, and I've read online that people said it can kill you, but actually, acetic acid is part of when you make black and white pictures. You know, people are in dark rooms with open open pans of acetic acid, and nothing ever happened to them, so I wouldn't really worry about it. I mean, I guess it could if it displaced all the air, but it'd have to be a really unique situation. Get the corners real good. This one actually had a chip right here that came out, so I'm going to make sure I get that one real good. corner real good. That's where it's going to leak, if it's going to leak anywhere. I think I'm starting to run out. Go get the other tube. So I have to cut the end off. Screw it on this one. Put it back in the gun. I'm all ready to oh yeah, and I don't know if you can see it, this right here was a beta tank I got on Craigslist. It's got marbles in it. I'm going to use it to breed neon tetras, and when I get like a neon tetra, it's ready full of eggs, and get a couple males and put them in there, and they'll lay their eggs, and the eggs will be fertilized, and they'll drop down between the marbles, and I'll take them out. I can do the same with, I've never done neon tetras, but I have done zebradanias the same way. Okay, now do the inside. Do the corners real good. Get around to this side. Redo this. And whatever comes out past the frame, you can just trim it off with a razor blade. Okay. That's the first one. It's going to look nice. Where's the other? What did I do with the other frame? Oh, there it is. So this aquarium, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up. I'm going to have plants in it. The only thing it's going to have is a thermometer. I mean a heater. Oh, I thought that was a crack for a minute. It's just some silicone. All it's going to have is a heater and light. I'm not going to have any filtration. I'm going to have a lot of plants. And no aerator because the plants will generate enough they'll generate enough oxygen. This isn't like you're caulking your bathtub and has to look nice or anything. Well, that's good. That's really good. That looks good. I like it. Yeah, I had a 55-gallon when I was 11 years old. Maybe 12. And then I worked at Aquarium when I was in junior high school, Congressional Aquarium, selling tropical fish. I was one of the sales staff. They're one of the last tropical fish stores too in this area. They've all closed up. when I was putting this on here, testing it without the silicone, this side kept popping up, but it's not doing that now. The silicone's holding it down. I just wanted to tell you that in case yours does that on yours. Seeing all this stuff here, I can trim that off after it dries. Oh, that's going to look good. Well, there it is. All I have to do is let it cure for, I think it's 4 or 5 days. And then I can mortar test it. And then I have to spray paint the back. And it's going over in the corner here. I'm going to move the 10-gallon. This is my aquarium today, and I've got a pair of Sankey swordtails, and I got some plecos. I really like catfish, and I got 3 plecos, and hopefully they'll breed, and then also have some Cory cats. Those were some of the first fish that I got when I was like 10 or 11 out of 10-gallon aquarium. I guess it was 8. I was 8 or 9, 8. When I, for my birthday, I got a 10-gallon aquarium. And that was the first thing I got was some Cory cats. And hopefully I'm going to breed those too. And let's see what else. I got mollies. And when I say I've got mollies, I've got mollies. I've got another aquarium in the other room with the first offspring. And I got one zebra danio in here. He was a test fish that I put in there to make sure that the water was safe. And where's Miss Molly? I can't find her. She's somewhere. But I've got a whole bunch of baby mollies in here. They're all over the place. Here's some right down there in the... They're from just a new brood. There's some bigger ones in here too. It's sort of getting to the end of the day, and they're all sort of kind of getting ready to so here's one. There's another one right. That's a bigger one. They're all getting ready to hit the hay, so to speak. And I've also got some, there's also some baby swordtails in here too. They're kind of translucent and they're really little. I think that some of them got eaten though. And if they don't produce like in a month or so or a couple weeks, I don't see some bigger ones. I'm probably going to take the female out and put her in a tank for the next brood, because I'd like to have some young Sankey swordtails. I think they're pretty cool. I mean, they didn't have stuff like this when I was a kid. I mean, they just had like the red brick, the red velvet, the green, and that was about it in the way of swordtails. And they have a new fish too. That's I think it's from Chile or something. It's was it Bozeman rainbow fish? I never remember anything like that. That's a new fish. There goes a quarry across the back there. What the plecos waiting for is I fed them some zucchini yesterday. You just thaw it and let it completely thaw out, and I put it in there, and they love it. All three of them were munching on it. The other fish like it too. I also feed them lima beans. When they're frozen, you can sort of squeeze them, and they'll come out of the skin, and then you just let them thaw, and you put them in there, and all the fish, the mollies will eat them, the cory cats, the plecos, everything. There's my sword plants, Amazon sword plants. They're doing really good. A lot of these other plants, like the floating plants, they were given to me by somebody in the neighborhood, and that's where I got this too. This, I forgot what he said they were, but he gave me one of these. But all these floating plants, are all. I mean, he just gave me a couple of them. They grow really fast, and the duckweed, that's my. I don't like duckweed. I should have not put it in there. But these lids too also aren't on here right, like this one, because there's no space for the power cable for the heater, so it doesn't sit level. But they do warp a little bit because of the heat. This one's on pretty good, the middle one and the end one, and I cut a space for the HOB filter. And the lights, I really like the lights. These lights I got on AliExpress. They're aquarium lights. They're waterproof. You can put them underwater. I tried them underwater, and it just didn't look right. Light shining up from the bottom, it just didn't look right. But they're really nice. They see, they're LED, and they have these ones are like 18 or 19 and a half inches long. And they have one that's even longer, but they can't ship them from China to here because of the length. So I have to get like two. I have like two 18-inch. And the best store that has them is called the E-Mango store. They're really, some of them are real expensive. If you want to, they charge like maybe, I don't know, $10, $15. E-Mango, they're like maybe $5 or $6 for one light, and maybe like $1.99 for shipping. And most of them have like free shipping over $10. So if you buy, you figure out how many others more of the babies or the fry. Yeah, see, they think they're gonna. Oh, I took the lid off. They think they're gonna be fed. See, they're all coming out now. They think they're gonna get fed because I took the lid off. Oh, there's Miss Molly. Yeah, she's ready to have another brood. So, and I got my heaters there, like these. I mean, they're the same heaters. That they look the same. Like if you go to PetSmart, they look the same as the ones they have at PetSmart. They're branded. They have a different. See the cardboard or whatever it is that's inside. They have a different one with whatever the company is. They're like $8. I mean, you can't go wrong. Aquarium heater for $8, $8 or $9. And I got this one. I was just trying it out on my on the 20 gallon. See, I got these floating plants everywhere. I'm gonna start giving them away. But this one here, I don't really like it that much. I just got it just to see what it was like. But it's got like a infrared controller, and you can do all different kinds of colors. And I don't think the fish appreciate the colors. So I just have, right now I just have it on green, which is kind of natural, like, I think. And I did have it on white, but it's not as bright as like these lights. the white, because they've got other color LEDs, so they don't all come on, for whatever it is. But that's my aquarium now. Oh, and I got another 55-gallon on Craigslist for free. This has the top cross. Oh, I'm putting another shelf in. It didn't have a middle shelf, so I'm putting a middle shelf in. And this one's got one cross member, and this definitely was a saltwater aquarium. It's really crowded up. They painted the back black, so I have to scrape that. I'm gonna have to scrape the whole aquarium, reseal it. But that's gonna be like a midsummer project. I'm not gonna. I have other stuff I have to do right now. I mean, this definitely was like in a saltwater aquarium. So I didn't know whether I liked this stand or not. I mean, the best part is I can use it for storage of all my aquarium stuff. That's good, but you can't put another aquarium underneath of it. And I checked out the load analysis. This is on a second floor room, and I checked on the internet the load analysis for most rooms, like a 10 by 10 room, and it's like 3,000 pounds. I think it's like 40 pounds per square inch or something like that. Not maybe square foot or something like that. Whatever it is, when you multiply it out, and they did the multiplication, I didn't. It comes out to like 3,000 to 4,000 pounds, and I think a gallon weighs 8 pounds. So a lot of bedroom furniture is like there was a dresser in here, that real long dresser, and that thing was heavy. I mean, that weighed more than the 55-gallon with water in it. I know it had to. And then you think people, you get 3 or 4 people in here maybe, and so 3,000 pounds is pretty good. I mean, these two tanks, these two 55 gallons, won't even get near that. I think they weigh out like around 400 or 500 pounds, 300 pounds to 400, 450, something like that. They're looking for food. So that's the update. And like I said, the plexiglass does warp a little bit with heat, but most of it. See, this is pretty good. This one here, and that one on the end. The reason is because of the cable going in there. I have 2 heaters in this, which I decided to do. In case one heater goes bad, I'll still have one heater because it gets cold as heck around this part of the country during the winter time. And so I've got 2 heaters in here. So if one goes bad, it'll still probably keep the fish alive, which I hope that doesn't happen. The whole time I had fish. And this one, I'm not really. Eventually, I want to put a substrate in this and put planted plants. So I'm not really doing anything with this right at the moment. And I just got my neon tetras in there and some zebradanias. And this I'm going to make a breeding tank. I'm going to make like a plexiglass V with an opening at the bottom. So when they lay their eggs, the eggs will drop down into the bottom part, and I just look for little hatchling babies in the bottom. And I have some of those. It's kind of like I don't know if you know about the first aquarium filters. They were like a little plastic box that you hooked airline to it, and it drew the water. As the air goes through the filter, it draws particulates in the water in. But they have these new sponge. I think they're called a sponge filter, and they work really good. I bought some on eBay, and so I'm going to put that down in the breeding tank with a heater. And Hopefully I'll get some zebradanios. I want to get a whole army of zebradanios and put them in tetras and put them in there. And then I found out these algae eaters, these algae eaters I got, they get a foot long. I never knew that. I imagine it takes a while. But I went to the aquarium the other day and they had one the size of a hot dog. And I asked him, I said, how big do they get? And the guy goes, oh, about a foot long. And I've also have 3 Corydorsinias. I hope they spawn. And then I've got another tank in the other room, another 20. And it's got the first brood of black mollies in it. And eventually what I'm going to have to do is just separate all the black mollies, the males from the females, because if you don't, you're going to end up, I'll end up with more mollies than I know what to do with. I can give some away, but there's only so many that there's only so many people that will take them. They're one of my favorite fish, but they, like I said, they breed. They eat anything. They eat everything and anything, and they breed. They grow fast. They're a nice fish. I think they come from South America. Oh, and where are they? I got some yo-yo loaches. They're really crazy. I'm gonna make a video on some of my crazy fish that I have. There's another one of the algae eaters right there. Yeah, they get big. That's one thing when I first had fish, they never told you how big anything gets. So I had one of the regular plecos that get like a 1.5 feet or 2 feet. I had algae eaters. I had clown loaches too. Clown loaches get like a foot too. But these yo-yo loaches, they don't get very big. And the plecos I have here, they only get like 4 or 5 inches. He wants some more zucchini. That's why he's out there like that. And the other 2 stay hidden most of the time. I'm gonna make a video of them eating the zucchini too, so watch for that. Well, that's it. Over and out.